Hi everyone, it's Ella Whitaker, exclusive Black Level presenter from Younique, and today's video is on contouring. Finally! People have been asking me for this for ages, and I'm finally getting to it. So we're going to talk about highlighting and contouring and different methods of doing it. Now, you don't have to be intimidated. Yes, I use all Younique products. We do have different foundations and different powders, but I'm going to give you a couple of different ranges on what you can do. Don't get intimidated by it. You can do it with different textures. You can do it with just liquids. You can do it with just the creams. You can do it with just the powder. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 different looks, and I'm going to explain exactly what you're going to be doing with it. Now, when we're talking about highlighting and contouring, let me get right into why you highlight and contour. So highlighting and contouring is a trick makeup artists have used for ages. I have been a makeup artist, freelance makeup artist for years. So what they do is to give you a different dimension in your face. It gives you the illusion that you may have a different face structure. So for instance, I have a background, I am Polish, I have a little bit of a rounder face, and what I like to do is elongate my face and have a little bit of a chiseled cheek line. So what it will do is it actually bring in my face, make it a little bit longer, hide some of the imperfections that sometimes I don't like. I have a little bit of a, I would say a medium-sized forehead, so I like to contour so it looks a little bit smaller. So you can make your contouring and highlighting whatever you like. If you have a smaller forehead, you can make it bigger. If you have a wide nose, you can make it smaller. If you have a longer nose, you can make it look shorter. If you don't have any cheekbones, you can make it look like you do have them. So there are different techniques in doing it, but it's super simple. You can get this done in less than 10 minutes when you're at home. And if you're going out, then you can spend a little bit more time on it, but it takes no time at all. And don't get intimidated by it. Younique has forgiving products. The products look fantastic on. So whichever way you're going to be using it, it's going to look good regardless. Why? Because you're beautiful. All right. So when we're talking about the actual products themselves, I'm going to give you different variations. However, I'm going to tell you what my regime is before I put on my makeup. So ladies, as we get older, yes, we should be using skincare, and it should be happening. We can't change our genetics, but we can slowly stop the aging process in regards to, you know, getting less wrinkles and everything. Now, we can't change our genetics, and I mean, like, we're gonna get wrinkles, we're gonna get those things, okay? So, but we can help our face and our skin to still look hydrated, less lines, and all those things. So, I wash my face with our cleanser. There is an oily and combination skin cleanser, and also for sensitive skin. Second, I use the rose water as an astringent, as a toner. I put that on. Then I use our moisturizer, which is Divine Moisturizer from Younique. Use it during any types of season, summer to winter, okay? It gives a beautiful coverage and helps with dry skin, oily skin, and everything along those lines. Now, lastly, what you're gonna be using before you put on your foundation is the Glorious Primer. Now, Glorious Primer has come in new packaging as of March 2015. And what the primer does, and I'll tell you this much, it is my favorite product at Younique. Why? Because it makes your face and your makeup look so smooth, and it gives a base to your foundation. So what it does is it acts as an adhesive. It adheres all the foundation beautifully on your skin. Primer covers some of your fine lines so it's all smoothed out. If you have blemishes, it goes over and kills that texture that's there and makes it smooth. So when you do put your foundation on, it goes on smoothly. So you do not want to be without primer. And lastly about the primer, it's a water repellent. So what that means is that you could be sweating all day, get water splash on you, and you will not be actually melting during the day or the summers. So it's a fantastic product. If you don't have it, get it. I'm going to go into our first process in regards to the contour and highlighting. So come back with me, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. Now, I also want to, lastly, is tell you where you contour and highlight. So your highlight is going to be in your T-bone area, and this is what you want to focus on, essentially, on your face. So it's going to be everything from your eye in. And so you're going to highlight these spots down the center as your T-bone and underneath the eyes. Where you contour is usually where your eyes actually end, and out. So there's where you're going to make all the different structure changes to your face. So that's a tip in regards to what you actually do with highlighting and contouring. All right, everyone, so I'm going to show you how to highlight and contour with our Touch Cream products. Now, what I'm going to use at the end is also a loose or the pressed powder in order to set the makeup. So what I'm going to show you is the colors that I use. So I have a fair to medium kind of to complexion. In the summer, I definitely do tan. And what I'm going to be using is Scarlet, which is one of the lightest colors. And I'm going to be using Cashmere as the other color. And so this is going to be contouring. This is going to be highlighting. What I'm actually going to be using is the actual foundation brush from Younique, and I'm going to be applying it. So what you're going to be doing with the Scarlet is you're going to be doing your highlighting areas. So on your forehead, down your nose line, in the lip crevice up above, and down in the bottom. You're also going to do your eyes, and then underneath your cheekbone area over here. So I'm just going to go right into it, and it's also going to be in a fast forward motion. All right, so I've done all my highlighting, which goes in the T-bone area as I explained. Now I'm going to get the actual cashmere color, and this is where I'm going to do my contouring. So I'm going to do it along the hairline and definitely in the temple area, okay? I've actually elongated all of the highlight all the way to the hairline. I'm going to contour my sides going down and also underneath as a chiseled piece. So the way it's actually going to look is almost like a three number. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the contouring and show you exactly what I'm going to be doing. Now, as I said, I contour a little bit more on my forehead because I'd like to hide it a little bit more, but it's super, super simple. All right, so I've done my contouring, okay? And what I'm going to explain to you is why I actually did or where I did my, my contouring. So your contouring can go in between your earlobe and where your lip actually meets, and that's where your contouring is going to go. So that's where I actually do it. And then what I'm going to do now is blend everything. Now you can do this with the blending buds, which is totally fine. So you can do that. Like I said, I use the foundation brush to line everything up. And then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to do blending up into the areas, kind of blending around the areas, and then make sure that everything's blended into my neck. All right, so I blended everything in. So as you can see, you can blend. So you see a little bit of dimension already in my face when you're actually looking at it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish off this look with taffeta, which is one of the colors that I use. Actually, I'm gonna use velour actually as my pressed powder. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to blend all of this in with the top thing. So a lot of people don't use a powder. I do. I like to set in my makeup, and what I do is I use a round and circular motion because I want to get powder in my face and look like I have a matte look on my face. I don't like to look like I'm sweating all day. So what I do is I make sure that I'm using a circular motion, okay? And it does look completely flawless when you're actually looking at it, okay? Okay, so I do use my fingers at times just to even out areas. Okay. And there you have it. So if you're looking at my face right now compared to before, you can see that there's dimension and then that there is highlight and contours in my face. And that's how simple it really is, how to actually do it. So I'm going to go into the next step. And the way I'm actually going to take off my mascara, or not my mascara, but my actual makeup, is to use this Shine makeup remover. It's supposed to be for eyes, but I actually use it all over my face for the process. So I'm going to take off my makeup and show you how to do it with our liquids. Hi everyone. Okay, we're going to go right into contouring and highlighting with liquids. And with liquids, I mean our BB Flawless Cream. Now, again, this is another way that you can actually contour and highlight. There's no right and wrong of doing it. So please play with your makeup. And I'm going to tell you the colors that I actually use and what actual brushes and everything I'm using. So I actually do this. So many people do not put on a base when they contour and highlight. I didn't do that with the touch video that I just did. But with BB, sometimes I do put on a base. I like to even out my complexion first. After I put on my primer, I put beige on, which is the closest color to me. And then for highlighting, I'm going to use the cream color, which is the lightest. And then I'm going to use caramel. And that's going to be my contouring. So I'm going to get right into it and show it how I actually use it with these products. Okay, there's my contouring and highlighting. And what I'm actually going to do is go over it with a powder yet again. And what I'm going to use is the, I'm actually going to use the Fabulous Concealer, which gives a beautiful, beautiful finish also. Now, concealers are usually used in darker spaces or areas like underneath the eye, but you can actually put this all over your face. So let's do the powder puff. And what I'm going to do is go put it in the lid, and I'm just going to mix it around, get it right into that powder brush and mix it in. And I'm also gonna go in a circular motion, okay? Looks like this is vigorous, but it actually isn't. It's a really soft brush. So I'm going back in there and putting some more on there. Okay, so you don't always have to use a pressed powder. You can use a loose powder that we have with the concealer. And like I said, I was using the BB cream, okay? And I'm going in there with an actual powder brush. And what this is doing is just setting your makeup beautifully on there. So as you can see, I'm going to put a little bit more because I like a really matte look, okay? And I'm going to put, now we do have a concealer brush, and what you would do is just use that concealer brush underneath the eyes, okay? And fill in that space right there. So there you go. It actually looks very, very nice on there. And it looks absolutely gorgeous with the actual complexion. And you can put on your blush, your bronzer, whatever you like on top of it if you want to add a little bit more contour. So that's another way of doing it. All right, everyone. So this is the last step that I'm going to show you in regards to highlighting and contouring. And this is a combination of our products. Like I said, you can mix and match. So I'm going to do some cream with some BB cream. I'm going to use touch cream, then BB cream, and also contouring with powders instead of the actual creams or liquids. So here we go. I'm going to show you exactly what I've been using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all over my face with Velour from Touch, which is the cream. I'm going to do that, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight with the BB cream, okay? Cream color. I'm going to go in with Cashmere with Touch, okay? And that is the darker color for contouring. Let me show you this. Darker color for contouring. And then I'm also, on one side, I'm going to show you contouring with the actual powder, which is Frivolous. Oh no, Fierce. It's Fierce, and I'm going to do that on one side because it's another powder. So I'm going to do Cashmere on this side and Fierce on this side to show the contouring. And then I'm going to blend after and just put on a finish on top of it. So here we go. Now, you want to blend in your cream or your liquid before you put on the contouring instead of doing it after as a combination after you put both on, because a powder needs to be set on a finished liquid or cream, okay? So I use the Touch all over my face, and then I use BB cream to do my highlight. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this Fierce, okay? And it is a dark color. And I'm going to go in there with my blusher brush, okay? And why you want to do that is because it has an angle to this brush, okay? And you can just work it in. And a powder actually has more of a subtle look versus you work that in right away in regards to the powder. So you actually have a softer look in a way. Okay. And what I do for my nose with the powder, I pinch this, okay, to make it longer, okay, and I pinch that, and I go along the nose area, okay. Now, I'm going to go in with cashmere, okay. I'm going to do this side, so that's a darker. Now, if you're a darker complexion, you can use darker colors within our collection, okay? It's not a problem. And you just work that in really, really nicely, okay? I'm using the angle right here, okay? And I'm working that into my hairline, okay? And I'm going in there and doing the jawline, okay? So you see the contouring right there. Now, what I'm gonna do is to finish it all off, I'm gonna go back with my powder brush, my Power Puff, and I'm using the closest color to my skin, and I'm actually going to blend it all in, just to get that more subtle look. Now, if you do wanna leave some of the color the way it is, then don't put a lot of powder on top of it. So there you go. There you have it again. So that is the third way of doing it. I'm showing you a couple of different ways how to put on your contour and highlight. Very simple. Just play with it. Don't be intimidated by it. There's so many different ways to do these with the Younique products, and I'm telling you, the coverage with the Younique products just looks flawless on your skin. It just gives an even complexion and will make you look beautiful for the whole entire day. I hope that this video was extremely helpful for you, and please don't forget to ask me questions or specific videos that you're looking for. So thanks everyone. Have a great day.